This is Hisham Khawasme, and that's Mike Xavier. So I'm here with the YES program. The YES program refers to Youth Exchange and Study, which allows us to come here, spend 10 months at an American host family at an American high school, so we can learn the American culture and give our cultures. So we come from different parts of the world. I would say mostly from Africa and Asia. And we try as much, we are called ambassadors of our countries, and we try to give as much as we can, like the best image that we could about our countries. Like for example, me, I come from Palestine. Now most of you probably never heard about Palestine, and some of you who heard bad things about it, because media only shows bad parts, and you think that's a war zone, and that's exactly why I'm here. I'm here to show people that Palestine is not a war zone. It's a normal, we live a normal life there. And we try as much as possible to show the world what we are really about. And yes, we do have a conflict, and it is been going for a long time, and it is bad. But it's not always fighting. Like, we still live a normal life. Yes, there are some clashes here and there, but we are living a normal life. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell people is, Palestine is an amazing place to live, and it's one of the most, like the highest tourism countries. Millions of people come to see it, to visit Palestine for religious and religious, medical, or just because the weather, to just come to visit. So for example, let's say that, so you're a 15, me personally, I'm a 15-year-old. Let's compare what a normal 15-year-old has gone on in his life comparing to me. Like, if you think about it, there's a big difference. A 15-year-old is probably getting into relationships, starting to explore himself, see what he likes, going through puberty, some people. But me, I have a message that I have to give, and I'd say this message is a big responsibility that not everyone can take, and I was blessed to have this chance to give this message, which is, teaching my culture. So that's a very important thing. Makes you really proud, makes you confident, makes you more mature. Like, now I view the world in a much better way, that I can make better decisions for my future. And it has like a lot of more, like, I can sit here for hours and tell you how good exchange is. Like, I would tell anyone in the world to, yes, just go on exchange. If you have a chance to go on exchange year, do it. Don't hesitate, don't think about it, just do it. It's really, really good. It would help you on your academic and it will just make your life better. Just that.
First of all, you go there and experience the real American. America is not the thing that you can see on movies and think about that on that way. America is completely different. In order to see the real America, you should go to American exchange program and see that. First of all, you can make a long relationship with your host family and your host siblings. Another one, you can attend American high school and make new friends, meet other people from different cultures, different countries, and which you can visit them in the future.
But it also have some bad things that you will have to face if you're going to exchange. And one of the most two that we call nightmares as exchange students are culture shock and homesickness. So I'm going to talk about each one of these. So first, culture shock. It's like, mostly it happens as soon as you come to the country that you're doing your exchange year at, and it's about like when you come and compare the culture you came from to the culture you came to, and you see like they talk, eat, their lifestyle is different, the school system is different, everything's different. Like, I come from the other half of the world, So I come to a whole different part of the world. So it was really hard for me at the beginning to adapt with all the things happening
And
around.
another one is a time difference. When you want to call to your family back home or to your friends, there's like 10, 12 hours difference. And it's really hard to manage to call them once in a day.
What I'm gonna move into right now is homesickness. I was homesick and culture shock at the same time, which was really, it just made me really miserable. So homesickness is right when you miss your home. It just like you have a feeling that you just want to go home. You want to see your mom, your friends, your family, everyone, like just anyone. You would miss the very little things of your country, the things that you thought you would never even think about when you were in exchange. You just miss it. It just, and usually, so the difference between culture shock and homesickness is that culture shock only happens once, while homesickness could happen once, but would probably happen more often. Like for me, example, I had it like 3 or 4 times. It usually happens when like your country has a holiday, like a very famous holiday, or a big day like your mom's birthday or something like that. Like some things you want to be there. Like for me, example, I was really homesick on my best friend's birthday because I wanted to be with him, but it just I had to be here, and it was a very hard week for me his birthday, but I came out of it and things got way better.
For some people, food might be a problem because you can eat completely different food that you used to eat in your country. For me, as I was a picky eater, it was hard for me to adjust new food, but it's really cool now.
You realize whenever we talk about a problem, we say that it's cool now or we got out of it. And that's the most thing you have to remember. All the things, the bad things that are going to happen to you in your exchange year are things you're going to go through, and it will always get better.
I've been hosting exchange students off and on for about 16 years. It started by accident. There was a flyer in the newspaper asking for host families, and I'd always wanted to growing up and didn't have the chance, so I decided to do it. And so I've hosted kids from all over the country, mostly Eastern Europe, and it's been great for my own children to get exposed to different cultures and to just have their horizons broadened, I guess. I've always wanted to be able to travel, I don't really have the means to, so instead I bring the world to me and share the experience of living here in the United States and really getting a feel for what it's like to live in another country. So this year I'm hosting Hisham from Palestine. Not only is he my first student from Palestine, but he and Sarush are also my first Muslim students. So this has really been a unique experience for me in contrasting and learning about different religions, as well as really learning a lot more about Palestine. Everything I'd known up to this point had only been what I'd gotten from regular U.S. media, and really getting a much broader and better understanding of really what the Palestinians are living through, and what their perspective is for having their land basically taken away from them.
Hi, this is Hamad Qawasmi, the father of Hisham. I'm really glad that we have decided to send him to the United States for a number of reasons. Mainly the fact that for the new world that we are actually living in, people need to know much more than their local context. They have to be able to travel to see other point of views, to see other parts of the world, and we are hoping that this is going to contribute very positively, as we believe it did, to his own development, his own character, rather than having to be closed-minded and knowing things that are only in the local context, having to be going abroad, especially at this young age, about 15 years old, and depend on himself and to be able to explore other areas of the world. I think we believe that this is actually very good for his own personality. At the same time, people from the United States have to know about other people that are living in the world. I lived in the States for a long time, and it seems that for the most part, people are more stationed within their own local context. And this kind of an exchange that is taking place between internationals who are coming from, so the different part of the world.
To be honest, I didn't first like the idea of going on an exchange year because I was scared. I knew that eventually I had to go to America, but I didn't know that's gonna come that soon and going alone like on an exchange program. And I was actually afraid or scared of the idea that I have to leave my friends for that long of a time, for 10 months. So basically, I didn't know what to do. I was lost. But at the end, I decided to go on exchange year and actually go to America alone. And I would never regret that decision. Exchange has been the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Hello everyone, my name is Tamim Tamimi and I'm Hishem's best friend. When he first left Palestine, which is his home country, it was very hard for me and him and everyone basically, because I was used to him being in everything I did. Wherever I went, he was right next to me and we did everything together. The first week he left in, or first couple of weeks, it was very hard for me. It was like depressing and nothing felt right. But I knew that it would change Hishem to the best. He is currently doing better in school. He's changed his personality. He's made friends. He's just way on the top. So I'm really proud of him, and I can't wait to see him. I really can't wait, and I just want him to know that I love him in this.
Hello, my name is Trent Olivier. I think Hisham is an amazing friend. He's a great person, great personality, great humor. I love him. He's a great guy. And I think that it's sad that he's going home, and I think it's pretty cool that he's an exchange student because I wouldn't have met him anyway, any other way.
Going to Disneyland or just California in general has to be my top memory because it was just a dream coming true. It's always been my dream to go to California or Disneyland, but I did it and I went there. It was amazing. Also, I was able to join an amazing group of exchange students with Green Heart Exchange, and I had the opportunity to make big presentations about my country to different people, and it was just magical and honorable. I've also cooked 2 of our biggest traditional foods, and it was amazing for me because it was a new experience because I've never tried to cook, so it was another good thing to get from America. And going to Harvard University was another dream coming true, and it was another amazing thing because it's been my dream since my childhood to go to Harvard and see it on real life. I've also got the chance to visit the Maine State House, which was another magical experience to see how political things work in the state of Maine. At the end, I just want to say thank you for all of you for watching, and thanks for everyone who believed in me and pushed me to make such a big achievement in my life. And for all of you, yes, go on exchange and make the best out of it, enjoy it, and learn from it as much as you can because it's a chance that comes once in a lifetime. So I was just finishing my documentary, and when I'm looking at it, I feel so proud, and I feel like I accomplished something in my life. And I just want to say, I know it's been too long already, but I just want to say thank you so much, Mrs. York, for giving me this chance to express and put all my soul into this documentary. And special thanks for Green Heart and the YES program for bringing me here and blessing me with this chance to come on exchange. And thank you for my friends, family, and everyone who ever supported me. I love you all. And students, yes, go on exchange. It's the best thing that could ever happen to you. Don't ever hesitate, just go.